What up, gang? I just got back from Buckingham Palace. Yep, I've been filling in for Kate Middleton while she gets a Windows 11 update. I get a message Friday morning, they say, hey, your services are required at Buckingham Palace. Then boom, I go unconscious. Next thing I know, I'm in the dungeons underneath Windsor Castle, man. And they're saying, hey, they're threatening me with lawsuits. They're saying you're going to go to prison for a long time, man. If you don't do what we say. When the king asks, you do. But I had a good time, guys. I didn't see a single person blink all week. Oh, I've got to get this off. Okay. Obviously, that's a joke, isn't it? And it seemed a lot funny when I was writing it down earlier on in the week. I had to buy this off Amazon. It's 25 quid. I can't even zip it up myself. Imagine getting a knock on your door and I'm stood there. Yo, can you zip me up? Can you zip me up? You know, I don't think the next door neighbours like me anyway. I think they put up with me. Well, they have a little girl and she does sign language. And I was, speaking to him and she was there and she was like signing and stuff. I was like, oh, what's she saying? I want to talk to her. And, they didn't know. I look it up, right? She said, why the fuck are you screaming the N-word at 4 o'clock in the morning? Lord. I ordered it off Amazon, and me and my dad have the same Amazon account, so I was thinking, I'm going to get a call in the morning asking why I'm doing all this gay shit again. Because he didn't know about this, so I don't want to tell him either. So I have to think of some wild excuse, man. So he rings in the morning, I say, yeah, man, I'm fighting crime now, Dad. Dad, I'm going out at 12 o'clock at night, and I'm doing invisible prostitution. Straight invisible prostitution. And he believed it. I just said, hey, man, there's some freaky party that I'm going to where we all have to wear green. I can't believe he didn't call me out on it, because that's something that I'd never do. Just, can you imagine wearing this outside? Jesus Christ. I do feel good in this suit. I can't lie. I feel like money. I look like money. And I've got a lot of plans. Got a lot of things on my schedule. First things first, I'm going down to the primary school at 12 o'clock tomorrow. I'm standing outside the gates at lunchtime and performing a show. It's called Watch the Grown Man Try and Squeeze Through the Metal Bars. What this episode is actually about, guys, is the Kate Middleton photo. Because that's been in the news, hasn't it? And it was a little 4 days ago. And the news goes so quick, I'm the last guy to speak about this, I think. But let me just pull up the photo to get the same visceral reaction that I had when I first saw it. Because I laughed at it the first time before I even knew that it was photoshopped. Just the look on everyone's face. They have this dubious sort of laugh, smile going on. God only knows what's happening behind the camera for them all to be reacting like that. Someone's probably been burnt alive or something. But it was the first picture released since she had this abdominal monomonal surgery or a breast enhancement. The Princess of Wales has apologised for any confusion after she said she edited a Mother's Day photograph of her and her children. Why has she edited this photo in the first place? I mean, God knows what the actual one is, but you look at the things that she's edited, and she's given a children smaller knees, which I do respect, because you do see a lot of teenagers nowadays with these really horribly long knees that need shortening. But if they're gonna start doing sort of body modifications to the children, why don't they put Louis in blackface? Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing, Catherine said. They really take you lot for a bunch of mongoloids. You know that? You do know that, don't you? They think you're such stupid little plebeians that want their heads to be smushed. Like that Bug's Life movie, yeah? That's you guys. The Princess of Wales editing photos on a MacBook is so funny. To think that she actually does that when she has every meal she's going to eat planned out. And if she goes, oh, can we have chicken tonight? Someone slaps her so hard across the face she can't remember what she had for breakfast. To think that she's willy-nilly editing photos and going, oh yeah, let's put that one out, guys. There's hundreds of billions of pounds at stake in this royal family. You can't just be putting out these bullshit sixth form level college photoshops. Dumb bitch. All right? I don't know what the fuck happened. Who signed off on this? But it is snowballed out of control. Can you imagine the future king, right? Little Prince George comes in, right? He's just come back from sword fighting, and his mum's got the MacBook. Mama, what are you doing? But they are mythical people, the royal family. We've got to give them that, haven't we? They are from a different universe. Crazy. She's like an influencer. This broad. They need to kick her out because she's getting too handy. What's next? Is she going to be doing reels? Is she going to be putting shorts up? Right, where she's reacting to stuff. You've got enough money, honey. Just chill out and just. I don't even know what they do. I don't know what they eat in their real life. They're not even allowed to get fat. You've never seen a fat royal because they don't allow it. All right, and it's not a case of them all just being mean to you and saying, "Oh, you put on a lot of weight, you look horrible." They literally have weapons that they shoot at people that can make them skinny. I've seen them. All right, while I was there the other week. The people that control the royals and her herself, what they want us all to think she's just like one of us and she has hobbies. But in reality, she gets frozen after every public appearance, ladies and gentlemen, and then defrosted at Easter. Princesses aren't allowed on the internet, Kate. Shit, have you never read a book? What if Snow White had an iPad? Yeah, she would have sold her 7 dwarfs on the Silk Road for ketamine. How crazy is it, though, that there is a very possible chance that this little joke of being in a green suit could have actually happened? They could have had some peasant in a green suit sit in between her kids, take a few photos, right, and then drag him out back and shoot him in the head, and no one would ever know. All right, they've killed plenty of people. What's one more idiot from the job centre going to do? The reason they did this will be so dark. I just want everyone to know that because we're all thinking, oh, God, silly stuff, crazy stuff. What are you doing? But trust me, I can't even begin putting words, right? I do not have the vocabulary to paint an adequate picture. But I'll take a couple of guesses. Hey, that's what this is all about, right? Let's be silly. I think she's in a wheelchair. All right, we cannot have a disabled royal. All right, I don't mind. Hey, I'd love if she didn't have any arms or legs. I think that'd be really fun. But the powers that be, they can't. They see it as a weakness. I think she's not got any legs anymore. Or just a couple of things that are also completely possible. Her replica human skin costume had a rip in it, exposing her lizard fingers. Some of her robot parts need upgrading, or she's just not even alive anymore. Yep, Paul McCartney all over again, ladies and gentlemen. This bitch died. I don't know how long ago, but she's not alive. Hey, in reality, though, right, I'm being a little bit silly, all right? I've got a green suit on, guys. Don't take me too seriously, okay? But, if you would have asked me at the start of the week, do you think the Royals edited the pictures? I would have said, God, yeah, of course they do. Why wouldn't they? 14-year-old girls on Facebook are giving themselves bigger, So why wouldn't Kate Middleton give herself, broad shoulders? Why not the vampires that run this country? Why is it over their head to give themselves one less finger? There are a couple of people's hands in the royal family that maybe need photoshopping, if she's any good at it. Hey, what about the big guy? What about number 1, Uno, Kingo, yeah? With his big sausage fingers. I bet he can't even dial the phone without pressing every button at the same time. But hey, I'm being mean now. To be honest, I don't mind the royals. Okay, there, I said it. Some people want a gang of rioters to storm Buckingham Palace and to pull them limb from limb. I'm not in that camp, to tell you the truth, guys. I've said all this crazy stuff this episode, but hey, if the king came in my house and threw a load of tablets on the floor and said, eat them up, I'd be the first guy on my knees, eating tablets off the floor for the king. But I love them. I would love to be the guy in the royal family, the kid that is terrible, that doesn't do what anyone says, and I think that's what Louis is going to be. I do imagine him shooting hookers with crossbows in his life, in some years. But it must be so fun if you're a royal, you've got that royal blood in you. You can just read and listen to stories for the rest of your life about your ancestors, and there's so many that you can trace back. They might be the most documented people on earth. Damn, this guy's my great 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 granddad, and he did this crazy shit on the battlefield, died, but we won a war. I've got that guy inside of me. A lot of other people just have their uncle inside them, right? When they get dropped off by the parents every Sunday. I can't even trace my dad's side back past my great granddad because he was thrown in the bin when he was born because whoever they were didn't want him, right? So, but like I was saying before, a lot of people want to scrap the royal family, and they probably got a good leg to stand on. Some of these people don't even have legs. That's how bad it is at the minute. So I just think they should come out and say we're from a different planet. Think how more deserving they would be of all the nation's wealth. I think we should start giving them more money if that's the case. Sausage Fingers should just do a nice little public TV announcement for the whole globe. And he should just say, listen, 3.5 billion years ago, my ancestors saw this planet through a telescope. Everyone else wanted to blow you guys up. People wanted to shoot these laser beams that you can't even comprehend. Vaporize all the monkeys that were living on here because you weren't even walking yet. And I'm hearing a lot of shit on Twitter saying that we ain't deserving of all your money. Well, guess who taught you to walk, son? Guess who flew down this bitch in a spaceship, dismantled it, threw all the parts away. I'm never going back home, son. You're my people, right? Everyone's going, there's people queuing up wanting to kiss his fingers. Yeah, kiss on my ring finger, bitch. And now he's black. He's black. His real accents come out. Yeah, I don't know. The girl, the disabled girl. Why am I just say such horrible things all the time? One episode, I just want to talk about flowers or something, or some nice stuff and charity. I don't know. I'm a good guy. All right, guys. But the disabled girl in my primary school used to want to be a princess, and she used to tell it to everyone. And it was all right because people have got those. Most people have got normal dreams. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a doctor. And then the girl that drinks milk through a straw is saying that she's going to be a princess when she's older. God, get in your head in the game. Life's going to pass you by, honey, and you're going to be stood there with no milk left, wondering where everything went. And everyone, and not, people used to like it, but she used to get on everyone's tits. And it was, when you used to tell anyone about it, like I'd show my sister, I'd be like, yeah, the disabled girl at school's getting on everyone's tits. And, she looked cute. And, obviously she had all the shit going on and the tubes and stuff. So people felt sorry for her. And she was a nice person, but it was like a niceness that was like, all right, stop being fucking nice. All right, just chill with the nice shit, okay? I've got a mortgage to pay. I'm in year 5. I used to be everyone's friend in primary school, man. Can you imagine that? I'd be talking to everyone. I'd be picking stuff up from the conversations, and something that really pissed everyone off was, when you sat crisscross applesauce in primary school, on the floor, and then maybe the teacher calls somebody up to take all the clothes off. No. Again, man, with the crude shit. I don't know what's going on. The teacher calls someone up to write something on the board or read, and this girl would put her hands on everyone's head to walk past. She'd be like Rise of the Planet of the Apes or something. And that used to get on everyone's tits. And I picked that up. So I had to go to the teacher, Miss, I'm your liaison for the class. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, man. If you don't want to lose your job, this bitch is got to go. She's gotta go, honey. You've got to get rid of this thing. She's starting to piss everyone off, and I'll tell you what. As soon as the popular kids turn against you, honey, your days are numbered at this little job you have, and you need to pay the food bills. So she's, I don't know how you want to do it. And I was giving her a suggestion. I said, hey, man, I don't know if you want to push her out the fucking window or, we all kill her. We all beat the shit out of her. Or you poison her. That milk she's always having for a straw. Why don't you put poison in it? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. And, she wasn't, like, seriously disabled. She just used to wear, a bit of plastic on her chest in PE so she didn't get knocked. And she used to have a tube in her nose, all right? She wasn't insane, all right? She couldn't do the insanity plea. She knew what she was doing, all right? I'm not crazy. And listen, talk to anyone in my class. They'll tell you the same thing, ma'am. I was a good guy. I did what's best for everyone. When it turns down to just Tango and Charlie and a village full of you don't know what, you've got to pull the trigger. Someone's dying. Is it gonna be you? Is it gonna be your boys? Or is it gonna be the village of who knows what? Okay. Thank you very much.